In 1587, the citizens of Roanoke Island in North Carolina were told by John White, the appointed governor of the colony, that he would be leaving for supplies in England and would return shortly. However, after being caught in the crossfire of the naval wars between England and Spain, White's return was delayed until 1590. When White returned to the colony, every settler, including his wife and daughter, had disappeared without a trace. Over 100 colonists vanished into thin air, with the only possible clue being the word Croatoan having been etched into a nearby tree. To this day, scientists and historians are still unsure of what happened to the settlers of the lost colony of Roanoke. Artist Richard Serra was a world-class statue maker whose 42-ton or 92,000-pound, 5-foot-wide sculpture, The Equal Parallel, Guernica Benghazi, randomly went missing after being locked away in storage in 1990. The massive, cumbersome structure was too heavy and awkward for anyone to pick up and move without the use of heavy machinery, which makes the mystery all the more puzzling. After the museum sought renovation, the art piece was sent away to a storage facility, where it would wait until a new wing was created for its immense size. 15 years later, the museum's new director sought to bring the piece back as a main attraction, only to discover it had somehow vanished inside the walls of the storage facility, with no paper trail to illuminate where it might have gone. Even though Serra would go on to make a new version for the museum, the old sculpture was never found. In December of 1872, a British vessel spotted a large ship 1,000 miles from the coast of Portugal. Upon investigation, the ship turned out to be that of the Mary Celeste, which had departed from New York just days earlier to voyage to Italy. The ship's crew, an estimation of 10 or more people, had completely vanished, having left all their belongings in their cabins, and no clues as to why they abandoned the boat. The captain's last log entry had come 11 days earlier, and mentioned no trouble, and there were enough food supplies on the boat to last them 6 months. While one of the lifeboats was missing, it was deemed peculiar that the crew would leave without taking any supplies with them, especially in the case of an emergency. None of the crew was ever heard from again. In December 1945, 5 TBM Avengers, prop-driven torpedo bombers, left a naval airstrip near Fort Lauderdale, Florida, for a 2-hour flight exercise meant for training. However, an hour and a half after takeoff, confusion erupted in the cockpit of the pilots, as they alerted their control towers they had lost their immediate positions. After losing contact and not returning for a number of hours, a fleet of ships and aircraft scanned the ocean waters for possible debris from the fallen aircraft. One of the largest military searches in history, nothing was ever found from Team Flight 19, and their disappearance only gave way to further rumors that they had been lost in the mysterious and deadly Bermuda Triangle, which has now become notorious for downing a number of planes and sinking numerous ships.